Laserbeak eject Operation Caroline.
Hello fellow YouTubers, WfC Stop Motioner here. Welcome to viewers new and old, and today I am re-reviewing Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Leader Class Optimus Prime. I remember when this figure was first showed off, I was really excited about it. Remember I saw it in stores one time earlier last year, and then the lockdown happened, and I didn't see it again for a while, and I finally got impatient, so paid a little bit more to get him on Amazon, and then he started shelf warming. That really annoys me. Either way, it is a cool figure. I will admit he falls short a little bit in comparison to how high my expectations were. Main thing first off, this trailer is not super good. So here, let's get into it. You can fold this down, and that's cool. And then you open it up, and really, like, one of the only figures I've been able to get to fit in here is Earthrise Cliff Jumper. And I say that's not really because the trailer is big enough for him, it's that he's small enough for it. The trailer, I just really wish they'd made it bigger. Because it just kind of defeats the purpose if there's hardly anyone he can fit in it. I mean, sure, it's not like it happened that much in G1, but it still would have been kind of nice. Now there's some nice mechanical detailing in here. And there's some ports, so you can store his gun if you want. So that's pretty cool. Alright. We'll get more into the trailer when we get to robot mode. You're right, you can just peg it on the back here. Rolls fairly well. Now the front wheels are pinned on, then the wheels behind it are peg on. But it actually works fairly well. And the wheels don't actually look too cheap, because that's my problem with pegged on wheels. Like, if they can roll, okay, it's a little bit better, but then my biggest problem with them is that they usually look cheap. These don't look particularly cheap, so that's pretty nice. Got an Autobot symbol on the side of the trailer there. The base truck mode is actually pretty cool. Now there is sometimes it really does not like tabbing in on the front here. Like sometimes it's going to, and sometimes it's not. You just need to hope that it's in the mood to do so. It doesn't really like tabbing in there, so there's some tolerance issues. It's not horrible, but just something to take note of. Still, I mean, I look at it and I instantly think Optimus Prime, so that's nice. Then he's got the Autobot symbol on the side here. There's a little bit of unevenness in the red, but it's because this is painted clear plastic. So, I think that pretty much covers his truck mode. Oh, one more thing. You can store his gun on the back here. I'm not a huge fan of that though, so I usually just set it off to the side. Come on. There we go. Okay. So, now we can get on to the transformation. And I actually really enjoy this transformation. So, to begin, first off, you just want to fold these out. Go ahead and collapse these, just tab them in. Fold these out. And fold this out. Just fold the legs down. Now, the legs don't really do too much. Fold these down. Disconnect the legs. Fold out the feet. You just kind of remove the arms, get them out of the way. Then you fold this up like this. Fold these in. Rotate them right here at the waist. Go right here, fold this up. Fold this back. Go ahead and fold up his head. Make sure you get it forward just enough to where it can tab in right there. Fold these in. Fold this down like this. Tab it into place. Fold this up. Fold the wheels in. Fold the arms down. Fold this up. Fold out the fists. And there's the robot mode. And I do like this robot mode, but I do have some issues with it. First off, again, I look at it, it's unmistakably G1 Optimus Prime. I mean, he's fairly clean aside from these on the back, which you can detach if you want. It doesn't look bad, it just kind of hinders his articulation a little bit. Not too bad, but just the head. The paint job on the head is not very good. I mean, the eyes are unpainted, the paint on the faceplate is coming off. Really just the big drawback are the proportions. His chest is so big and his arms are really stubby, and it's a shame because you open it up and there's the matrix of leadership inside. And a lot of people have issues getting out. I've found it's just easier to kind of tilt him forward and dump it out. See, his hands are made where they can grab it, but you can't have him hold it in front of his chest. Again, just because his chest is too big. So that's really quite a big drawback. And it's a shame because this figure does so much right, but for me, that's a really big problem. And then that also means you can't like hold his gun in front of him. And looking all heroic, you can't really do that. Now for his articulation. Articulation is pretty good. Head is on a ball joint. Again, you get more up and down than you usually do. Full 360. Shoulders can also do a full 360. You can go up about that far. You get a rotation right here. Get an elbow bend. You get wrist swivel. Opening and closing hands that they seem to be doing to justify marking at the price of their figures. You get a pretty good waist swivel. Again, it's a little hindered by the wheels on the back, but it's still okay. Legs can kick forward that far and back that far. You can go up like this that far. Your rotation right here. Pretty nice knee bend. And ankle tilt. So, articulation. I'm definitely good with the articulation. Not really a whole lot to complain about there. Here he is with the Earthrise Cliff Jumper, who is obviously a lot smaller. And then here he is with the Siege Megatron. Had to just go get him from the shelf. He's a little bit taller, actually. But yeah, that looks cool. Now here's some more stuff to talk about with the trailer. They did actually design it. You can... Oh, it's not... Yeah, let's go and talk about this now. So you get this little robot. I would have rather had roller, but I guess this is kind of cool. And it's meant to work kind of as a repair station, I think. Fix Optimus up. And then you can just pull this section off and give him a shield that is honestly worse than cliff jumpers, but at least it's not a necessary part of the transformation. So, you know, with this just being kind of an extra inclusion, I'm okay with it. The sculpt on him is nice. Got the Autobot symbol. He's not very hollow, I'll give him that. So, I think that pretty much covers this figure. So I'll go ahead and stick him on the display. Alright, there's Earthrise Optimus with my Autobots display. And you see, the way I use the trailer, it's a nice way to at least hold some of the accessories that I just don't really want to stick on the display. So, he is a good figure. It's just kind of a shame. He does a lot of things right. I mean, really on paper, this sounds like it should be the best Optimus Prime figure just ever made and that ever will be made. Because when you think about it, he turns into the classic truck. He comes with his trailer. He has a cool transformation, and his robot mode looks how he should. And he has the matrix of leadership, so this should just be the ultimate package. But it just falls a little bit short. Again, he's basically a Voyager, and then they included the trailer, and this trailer is not worth $20. You won't change my mind on that. It's too small. Make it where you can at least fit your average size deluxe in it. Like, not being able to fit Voyagers in there, okay, I'd be more okay with that, but just a standard deluxe, come on. Like I said, the only reason Cliffjumper fits in there is because he's so tiny. Again, the trailer scales a little bit better with Huffer. And again, the base figure itself. Vehicle mode is good, transformation is good, and robot mode is good, but it's like it does so many things right, but there's just two just big issues with it. You know, the paint issues, I probably could fix that myself if I had the motivation to do so. But the arms are too small and the chest is just too big. You can't really do too much with the Matrix. It just almost makes me not even care that they included it, because he can't really do much with it. He can hold it above his head, and then it's like just up in his face basically, again, because they just made his arms too short. So it is a shame. This figure had a lot going for it, and it just falls short. Again, he's still cool, but in terms of if I recommend him, I do, but just keep in mind, you're not like buying the greatest Optimus Prime figure ever. There are some issues with him. So, if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and God bless.